Welcome to the Whatcom County Auditor's Office Election Division Observer Training. We appreciate your participation as an interested member of the public or an official party observer. The presence of observers increases transparency and helps to enhance voter confidence in the process. As an observer, your role is to provide an independent perspective of the election and see that each step of the process is followed. Observers may include the media, representatives of political parties, candidates, campaigns, and the general public. If you have questions while observing, please direct them to Stacy Henthorn, the Whatcom County Auditor, Amy Gracier, the Chief Deputy Auditor, and myself, Becca Rouse, the Election Supervisor. In addition to this training, we have a dedicated page for observer resources on our website. This page lists the important dates and times open to observing during each election. There's also a link to our live stream webcams and our observer guide and canvassing board guidelines available for reference. We also have our Path of the Ballot video, which walks through the steps of ballot processing, and the Securing Your Vote video, which explains the security protocols in the election center. There are two options for observing the election process. You may observe in person in the election center, suite B03, during designated ballot processing hours, typically 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, from the time ballots are mailed until certification of the election. The doors will always be open while we are processing ballots. We also have 5 live streaming webcams that are available from the day of our logic and accuracy test through certification of the election. When observing in person, you will sign an oath on your first visit for each election. You'll then write your name, time in, and the date on the sign-in sheet just inside the door. You'll then need to wear an observer name tag while in the election center. Leave your belongings, including coats, bags, purses, phones, in the drawers at the sign-in area, and you may sit or stand in a designated observer area. Remember to note the time when you leave on the sign-in sheet. As an observer, you must sit or stand in the designated observer areas. Designated chairs will be marked with a pink sign on the floor shown in these photos. Observers may not disrupt the election process by touching the ballots, equipment, or containers, or record images of voted ballots. Privacy of information observed must be maintained, and no written or media record of names, addresses, or other information is allowed. Observers may not use their cell phones. Cell phones must be left in the drawers designated for observers, and if you need to make a phone call, do it outside of the election center. Observers may not interact with temporary election workers or have conversations with other observers. They also may not walk around the election center or have food or drink in the election center. If the conduct of observers becomes a distraction, the auditor and supervisory personnel reserves the right to request the person leave. The auditor also reserves the right to designate observation areas and may limit the number of persons observing any aspect of the process whenever it is necessary to preserve order and to safeguard the integrity of the process. These are the opportunities to observe for each election. So we have the logic and accuracy test before the election. We have ballot processing, which includes ballot collection, signature verification, separating, opening, and inspection of ballots, scanning, adjudication, and results reporting. Ballot processing takes place from the time ballots are mailed until certification of the election. We also have the hand count and the random ballot audit, which occur after Election Day. We have canvassing board meetings, 2 for each election. One is for challenge ballot and voter intent review, and the second is for certification of the election. And then if a recount is required, those are also open to observation. The schedule for ballot processing is posted on our website, or you can call our office for more information. If you're in a Official party observer, check with your party's coordinator for assignments. Ballot processing will occur even if no observers are present. Next, I'll walk through the 12 steps of ballot processing, from collecting ballots all the way through reporting results. All of these steps are open to observation. The first step in ballot processing is collecting returned ballots. Teams of 2 collect ballots by walking to the post office to pick up ballots returned by mail, which are kept in a secure location. We also walk to our 3 courthouse drop boxes located in the south parking lot, the courthouse rotunda, and our office lobby. And we also drive to off-site official ballot drop box locations. So those ballot drop boxes are locked and sealed at all times unless collectors are at the box. Ballots from off-site locations are transported back to the election center in sealed bins using numbered seals tracked on logs. The second step is sorting ballots. So after returning to the election center, seal numbers on transport bins are verified by a different team of 2 election staff for ballots returned from off-site drop boxes. Return envelopes are then sorted into trays facing the same direction, and envelopes are kept together in trays with a card designating how the ballots were returned, either by specific drop box location or by mail. Step 3 is scan first pass and manual batch processing. So after sorting, ballot return envelopes are put through the Runbeck Agilis envelope sorter. On the first pass, the Agilis envelope sorter does several things. It takes a photo of the signature on the ballot return envelope. The sorter scans the ballot ID barcode. Ballots with a status of sent are sorted into pockets 4 through 7. If the barcode cannot be read, the envelope is sent to pocket 1. The sorter also detects thickness of the return envelope. So it can detect if a return envelope is too thin, maybe the voter forgot to put their ballot in the envelope, or if it's too thick, if a voter returned extra papers in their envelope, or if 2 envelopes are stuck together. These are sorted out into pocket 2 for further checking. And ballots that have a status of suspended are sent to pocket 3 and are handled separately. The signature images and ballot ID data are uploaded into VoteWa for signature verification, and ballot IDs that were scanned are marked as received. Ballots can also be processed in a manual batch. So ballots that are unable to run through the envelope sorter include replacement ballots that are printed online from votewa.gov, and ballot return envelopes that may be damaged, maybe they're ripped, bent, or wrinkled. Ballots processed in a manual batch are scanned and signatures verified in the same step. Step 4 is signature verification, which can be observed upstairs in the auditor's office. Signatures on every single return envelope are verified by human eyes before they're accepted and counted. Signature verification is performed by auditor's office full-time staff who have received training from the Washington State Patrol Fraud Division. Some of the things we look for is the envelope signed, and does the signature match what is in the voter registration record? If the signature matches, the ballot is accepted. If the envelope is unsigned or the signature does not match, it is rejected. Rejected envelopes are reviewed and audited by a second full-time staff member, which we will cover in step 6. On the second pass through the Agilis envelope sorter in step 5, ballots with different statuses are grouped together in different pockets. Based on the ballot ID scanned by the sorter, it will slice open the bottom of ballot return envelopes with a status of accepted. Envelopes with a status of rejected will remain unopened. Accepted ballots are grouped together in pockets 5 through 7 and sliced open. A target card with the group number is placed with each group, tracking the number of ballots, which is typically 125, throughout the rest of the process. Envelopes that have been rejected for a signature issue will be diverted into other pockets. Pocket 2 is ballots rejected for signature does not match. Pocket 3 is ballots rejected for unsigned. And pocket 4 is ballots rejected for other reasons like review or other than voter. And then step 6 is our signature review and audit of those rejected ballots. So ballots that were rejected during signature verification are reviewed by a second, more experienced staff member. Staff are checking to ensure the signatures do not match or the ballot return envelope is actually unsigned. Voters whose ballots remain rejected after the review are mailed a letter to correct the issue. They're also contacted by phone and will be sent notification by email and text if they have provided that information on their voter registration or ballot return envelope. Voters have until 4:30 p.m. on the day before certification of the election to respond and have their ballots accepted. Rejected ballots are stored in trays separate from accepted ballots. They're organized based on the reason they're rejected and filed alphabetically. The rejected ballots are all audited multiple times before being referred to canvassing board for final determination. Step 7 is separating. So once accepted ballots are put into groups, return envelopes are separated from security sleeves containing the ballot. Sleeves with the ballot inside are sorted facing the same direction and shuffled before the group is complete. At this point, a voter's ballot is secret and can't be tied back to their individual envelope. Employees confirm that return envelopes are empty by looking through the holes in the return envelope. And empty return envelopes are stored by group number in the boxes at the back of the election center. Workers initial and date the target card, but don't have to count the ballots at this step. After ballots are separated, they move on to being opened in step 8. They are removed from the security sleeve and inspected. Workers are inspecting the ballot to ensure all the votes marked will be read by the scanning equipment. Ballots needing additional adjudication are flagged for review, and if ballots are too damaged to be scanned, they will be duplicated. After ballots are inspected, they're laid flat and counted to ensure they match the number on the target card. Workers initial, date, and write the total number of ballots on the target card. Step 9 is another audit. So groups of ballots are reviewed and audited at random. Auditors are looking for voter corrections, damaged ballots that may need duplication, and they're also making sure ballots are lying flat and stubs are removed to get ready for scanning. Duplication of ballots may occur if necessary. Ballots are duplicated using the accessible voting unit, and situations when ballots may need duplication include damage to ballots that prevent them from being scanned, if they're ripped or stained or sticky, and online replacement ballots that are printed from votewa.gov. In step 10, ballots are scanned. Images of scanned ballots are stored on a secure server that is air-gapped, meaning it has no internet access. You can see the green cables in the election center that run along the walls and ceiling. Those connect the scanners to the servers in the admin room. After being scanned, groups are placed in sealed, tamper-evident bags. They're sealed and initialed by 2 staff members and stored in a secure room in the election center until certification. Bags are placed into boxes after the election and stored in our secure vault following a state-mandated retention schedule, which is 60 days after certification for special and local elections, and 22 months after the election date for federal elections. Sealed bags are only opened by canvassing board or by court order. Step 11 is adjudication. So electronic images of ballots are reviewed by teams of 2 election staff. They're looking for corrections. The voter made a correction to a selection that they made. They're looking for overvotes where a voter made more than one selection in a contest or question without making a correction. Undervotes are where the voter did not make a selection in the contest or question. And for write-ins, we follow voter intent rules. We use the Washington State Voter Intent Manual to ensure decisions are made consistently, and any ballots with unclear voter intent are referred to canvassing board to make a final determination. Step 12 is tabulate and report results. So results are unknown until 8 p.m. election day. Display of results is disabled in our tabulation system, and a password is required to enable results reporting. Tabulation occurs and results are transferred from the tabulation system to our reporting system using a secure flash drive and posted to our website shortly after 8 p.m. Ballots are processed each day following the election until certification. Results are uploaded daily as long as there are more than 500 ballots to be counted. Next, we'll go over our pre-election audit. So the logic and accuracy test is a test of our tabulation system required by RCW 29A 12-130 and WAC 434335. It verifies that the tabulation system will count the votes cast for all candidates and questions from all ballot styles and precincts, and that the reporting systems will display the expected results. For this audit, we prepare a test deck of ballots marked in a pattern with specific expected results. The test deck is divided into groups and scanned using the scanners in the election center. The scanned images are sent to the server in the administration room. The server will merge and tabulate the images from each scanner, and a summary report with results will be printed and compared with the expected results from the LNA test matrix. Results are uploaded to our results reporting system and compared to the summary report. For primary and general elections with federal and state contests or questions, a representative from the Office of the Secretary of State attends and certifies the test. After each election, we also conduct post-election audits. So the hand count occurs at 10 a.m. the Thursday after Election Day. The day after Election Day, representatives from each party select 6 random groups of ballots and a contest or question to be hand counted. This audit compares the hand count of the selected batches and contest to the electronic results to make sure the results match. A random ballot audit, or RBA, uses statistics to confirm election outcomes. An RBA helps verify that the apparent winner of an election actually won. In an RBA, ballots are randomly selected for review. Ballots are hand tallied one by one until enough have been sampled to confirm that the correct winner was found the first time. Essentially, we're looking for any evidence that would cause us to doubt the results from the voting system. A risk limit is set to 5%, meaning the audit has a 95% or better chance of correcting an outcome if it exists. Before certifying the election, we do a full ballot reconciliation. In its simplest explanation, reconciliation is ballots accepted plus ballots rejected equals ballots received. During the election, we reconcile daily to make sure that the ballots that are rejected in VoteWa are in our rejected ballot trays, as well as the number of ballots accepted in VoteWa matches the number of ballots in our possession. In order to certify the election, we prepare a reconciliation form which accounts for voters eligible to participate in the election, the number of ballots issued, received, accepted, and rejected, and any discrepancy in the number of ballots counted. Canvassing board is made up of the county auditor, the county council chair, and the county prosecuting attorney or their designees. The county canvassing board meets twice for each election. During the first meeting, they review questionable signatures and ballots with unclear voter intent. Only the canvassing board can reject a ballot. The second canvassing board meeting is to certify the election results. Members are presented with reconciliation reports, summary reports, and supporting documentation. Once the canvassing board adopts final reports, the election is certified and officially closed. Election results are certified 10 days after a special election, 14 days after a primary election, and 21 days after a general election. These meetings are open to the public and the schedule is posted on our website. And here are some facts and figures about Whatcom County elections. We have 169,600 plus active registered voters as of July 2026. This number is changing daily as we process registrations, cancellations, and make voters inactive. We currently have 176 precincts across Whatcom County. We have 20 off-site drop boxes as well as 3 drop boxes located around the county courthouse. Our department has 2 working locations in the courthouse. We have the auditor's office in Suite 103, which is our voting center for voter registration and replacement ballots. And the election center is in Suite B03, which is where ballot processing takes place. Some of the services the election division provides include voter registration, candidate filing, ballot development, local voters pamphlet design, ballot processing, communication with 59 taxing districts, and more. Putting on an election is a year-round process. This includes voter registration, which is adding new registrants, updating existing registrations, and canceling registrations on a daily basis. Precinct review and management to ensure precinct and district boundaries are aligned. Candidate filing week is the first full week in May. This is when candidates file for open offices each year. We receive and process ballot measures. There are specific deadlines for when districts can submit ballot measures to voters. We also do official ballot and local voter pamphlet design and layout for each election. So after candidate filing week or receiving a resolution for a special election, we create ballots. We are also required by state law and county charter to provide a local voters pamphlet for each election. These are some of the security features of the election center. We have 2 full-time election staff with badges are required to open the doors to the election center. 2 staff members must also be present during ballot processing. Vendors performing maintenance are always accompanied by a full-time staff member, regardless of the time of year. Ballot tabulation equipment and servers are not connected to the county network or the internet. They're on a secure, air-gapped network. Results are transferred from the secure tabulation server to the internet by secure flash drive only. Ballots are kept in secure storage during and after the election. Staff only use green pens to write on anything in the election center. No pens of other colors are allowed. And we also have our 5 live stream webcams available to the public 24 hours a day during the election, so the process can be viewed from home. It takes many hands to run an election. During each election, we hire temporary election workers to process ballots. During a typical general election, up to 40 temporary workers may be hired. These positions include ballot collection, customer service in our voting center, and opening board to process ballots. We also have 2 temporary election staff at each off-site drop box to lock the slot at 8 p.m. on election day. And this concludes our observer training. Please contact us with any questions, and we hope to see you soon.